Hello everybody, and welcome back to Complicated Relationships Reddit Stories. Hope you guys are safe and healthy. Now let's see what the story is about today. In today's story, OP very sadly says, confronted my wife on New Year's morning, she confirmed she's seen another man. I'm heartbroken. My wife and I have been married for 11.5 years and together for 13 plus. We have 2 kids together, daughter 9 and son 7. I always felt our marriage was different than the other ones around us that we saw failing. We are best friends, soulmates, etc. I was wrong. My perception of things were different than hers apparently. I was aware that we had something missing in our relationship, but I thought the other strengths outweighed the issues. I was wrong. I noticed some funny behavior over the last couple of months, but never put any of it together. Now I see I was in denial of the fact of the person I trusted more than life itself could or would be going outside our marriage. Both of us started getting healthier at the beginning of the year. Weight loss being the key. I have lost 115 pounds, her 60 pounds. It was making our lives better. My attitude and outlook on life was getting more and more positive, and our intimacy was improving. I had a very low libido, being as heavy as I was. I, in my mind, had committed to 2018 being the best year of our lives. But the last 10 years seems to have already taken a toll on my wife, and she started looking outside our marriage. She was going out with the girls more often, doing more after-work activities like getting involved in her union. She was buying new clothes. I simply chalked it out for the weight loss and feeling better and wanted to go out and have more fun, which I always encouraged. I also like to go out with the boys and work out of town occasionally. I never wanted her to feel like she was housebound with no social life. I noticed that her phone stopped showing her location some of the nights she was out. Once again, never thought anything of it. In fact, felt guilty for even thinking that she would be up to something. Finally, she told me last Friday in the afternoon that she was going to her girlfriend's house and have some drinks and would probably crash at her house. I told her that was a great idea. Have fun and make sure that she crashed there rather than driving home. That night, I checked her phone location, wanted to see which friend she's staying with without bothering her. Well, I noticed her location was off again. My heart sank. I switched from Find My iPhone to Find Friends app. I have never tried this app, didn't even think that we were signed up on it. Well, we were, and it put her phone location at a hotel near the airport in our town. I couldn't take my eyes off it. In the morning, I saw her location go through the drop-off loop at the airport. I still tried to give her the benefit of the doubt. Maybe her plans changed with the girls and they went out for drinks instead of staying in. Maybe one of the girls needed a ride to the airport. Well, when she got home, I asked her how the night was. Did they have fun? Did she crash at her friend's, T's or K's house? She said they drank and crashed at T's house, 50 miles from the airport. I asked T or K was planning a vacation this week. She said no and they were staying home. I wanted to blow my lid there and then. The kids were around. I decided to keep my mouth shut till that evening as we planned on being together that night. Instead, she fell asleep with our son, a regular thing. He likes to be cuddled to sleep. It made me mad. I could not get it out of my mind. I started snooping on everything. Found a pair of panties that I had never seen in her purse, a bottle of KY in her bathroom bag. We never used it. Then I grabbed her phone from the nightstand in my son's room while she slept. My soul was crushed. I found texts and Snapchat conversations. She told him she loved him. I found cell phone calls on our bills going back to October 31st. Long 1 to 3 hour conversations, so many of them. I did not sleep a wink that night. In the morning, New Year's Eve, I waited until I could get in a part of the house without the kids and asked her who else knew about her new man. She was shocked but told me only her friend Kay knew. She had kept the secret from other friends and family. She told me that he was a man that she known through her union committees and that he was married too. She would not tell me his name. I told her I was leaving for the day and was not sure when I would be back. I drove to my office, picked up a bottle of whiskey and proceeded to drink the entire bottle. I was watching Buffalo Bills earn their way into the playoffs for the first time in 17 years. What a bittersweet day. I also was able to put the pieces together from his social media names to figure out who he was and who his wife was, and get his wife's phone number from a website that she was listed on. I immediately texted his wife. She was on vacation with him. My wife dropped him at the airport to meet her at their destination. She also confirmed that they had been unhappy for a while, but their vacation was to be a step in rebuilding their marriage. My wife sent me multiple texts while I was in my office. I turned off my location and blocked her from all social media, and I did not respond to her. This prompted her to contact her entire family and tell them what had happened, as my wife was unsure if I was going to contact them first. I did not talk to anyone. I was ashamed, embarrassed, emasculated, and why would I tell anyone? I waited until morning to make contact. I told her that I was safe and if she wanted to talk, get someone to watch the kids and come to my office. She was hesitant but came. I asked her all the questions that we all want to know when this happens. Most importantly, whom she was going to leave, me or him. She said she had cut him off and wanted to make things work with us. I hope that I can believe her. We are trying to be our best selves around the kids, including staying in the same bed. She told me that she needs to work on herself and might not stay in our bed. She has given me access to her phone. She said that there had been a 5-minute phone call with the other man to confirm that they were done. They have decided they were going to try and make their own marriages work. This morning I texted his wife again to see if what my wife was saying was true on their end. I have not received a reply from her. I haven't told my wife that I texted her again. Not sure if I should, but I want to be 100% transparent and honest. Since then, I have read many stories here, and I was pointed to the 180, which I have read a couple of times now. Man, I have acted the exact opposite of what 180 tells us to do since D-Day. That's what brings me to this post and the questions that I have. First, I truly want to save our marriage, and she has told me the same, yet I don't believe a word she says. I'm simply going on faith right now. She said that today she will find phone numbers for counselors for us, individual and then couples therapy. For those of you who have reconciled, did you implement the 180? Did you do it right away? It seems so hard. The other thing that worries me about the 180 is that she knows me better than I know myself. It seems to me that she will see right through it and still know exactly how I feel. I am bad at lying, especially to her. I'm worried that the 180 will push her away. So many emotions. Have others had positive experiences with therapy, individual and couples? I really want to hear from people who survived this and kept their marriages together, and more importantly, made their marriages better after this betrayal. End of part 1. We have the update coming up. But before that, please like the video so the story will reach more and more beautiful people like you. And now here is the update. Wife cut off all contacts with AP, verified this the best I could and firmly believe it to be true. We started MC mid-February and I did a lot of research before giving my wife the contact info of the closest clinic to get us booked in. We have been going now for just over a month and a half. It has been very helpful. We never did a separation and kept everything behind closed doors in the house. The kids have not seen any of what is going on. My wife has been very remorseful and clearly ashamed. The therapy has been able to bring many of the relationship issues to light that led to the affair. Over the years, we became very typical of couples going through this situation. We lost our emotional connection and affection for each other. We were great friends, more like buddies or roommates. I was the distancer, which is typical of a male in the marriage. I have learned a lot, tons of reading on relationships and therapy. My goal is to become the man that I should have been all along in order to prevent this from happening ever again, whether we stayed together or I met someone else. I also worked hard on getting my self-confidence back by going out with the boys, seeing lots of live music, flirting with women at the bar, but I never pursued anyone, just took the confidence boost. As it stands now, things are improving. We are trying to re-establish our connection and attraction for each other. More importantly, we are learning how to break the destructive communication patterns we have been in for so many years. I have more hope than ever for the marriage, but we have a lot more work and repair to do. Luckily, she's on board with the process. If nothing else, I know this year will end much better than it started. As far as the hurt goes, it's definitely gone from 100 to a scale of 10 down to a 3 to 4. I hardly think about the AP or the affair. It almost feels that it happened to someone else at this point. I still get triggered once in a while, but I don't become so flooded or panic or full of rage. Reading and IC has helped a lot. Once again, still so much more work and time to put in, but feeling like I'm able to be productive at work again. My kids are great and I spend a lot of time with them than I ever have. In the end, the biggest help for me was all the reading I have done. Also, therapy IC and MC. Cheers to everyone listening. If you want to get better, I hope you find the energy to put in the work to make it better. End of the story. Please like, comment and share the story if you enjoyed it. Also, subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon so you will be notified when we upload the next video. Take care.